Welcome back to the Genshin Impact Challenge Roulette, where I try to progress through the entire main story while you all give me the most annoying challenges known to mankind. I roll a new challenge for every single Archon Quest, and if I fail that challenge, then I pull on a punishment wheel. And of course, these punishments have also been suggested by you. Here's a quick refresher of the rest of the rules if you have forgotten. This is the third video in the series, so if you haven't watched the previous two, then I highly recommend checking them out, but it's still completely fine to start from this one too. Last time we finished Yoimiya and the Dainsteve quest, and so now we're just about to hit adventure rank 30 and start the Inazuma quests. However, first, we have some Welkins to give away. Now for every video in this series, you have the chance to win a Welkin. All you need to do is comment down below a challenge that follows these rules, and I will choose the one I like the most. Try to be as creative as possible. Last video's winner is Poke5612. Congratulations. Even though your challenge sounds really annoying, I really like the idea behind it, so there you go. I also have 2 other welcomes to give out to those who did the secret challenge last video. Now if you want to welcome this video, please comment down your UID and player name below, or message me via my socials in the description below. Here's everyone. I am 99% sure I got everyone. Without further ado, who is going to win our first welcome? XX-Cyril3567, congratulations. Now our second winner, Ambaspoixna, congratulations to you too. Enjoy your free welcome. Merry Christmas. Anyways, I've talked on for long enough now, so let's just get back to where we left off. Alright, and we have Star Reunion. Now we weren't quite at the adventure rank required for the Inazuma Archon Quest, so we just grinded a bit and did a few ley lines. For the next few Archon quests, you actually don't need to grind too much. Now this point is important, but what exactly did I mean? Well, you see, from Inazuma onwards, the adventure rank requirement for Archon quests is a bit different. Mondstadt and Liyue have different AR requirements for each individual quest, however the rest of the nations have a set AR requirement for the entire chapter. This means that there is 0 grinding required to complete each nation's Archon quests. Combined with the increased adventure experience gained from completing these quests, you can basically get to Sumeru with about 3 days worth of resin. So even if I did get a disgusting challenge like no WASD, I don't really have to suffer as much as I did previously. But don't worry, I suffer even more in this video. I know you all like to see it. We then did a tempo on Nouvelette's banner because he's broken, and we pulled Official and a Heizo, which are both really good characters, so I'm very happy about that. And then we pulled a Sack Frags, but I'm not even mad about that one, as a pretty good weapon. Heizo was honestly a really good pull. He helped us grind a lot faster as he broke these shields much faster than Animo Traveler. But anyways, once we hit adventure rank 30, we immediately started the next Archon quest, and therefore we were able to roll a new challenge. There is a lot more on the wheel, because you all suggested some really crazy stuff last time. Some of them seem very sadistic. Thank you for this one person that said that. You are completely right. Some of these challenges are extremely bad. Let's just hope for the best, shall we? And let's go. Can only change characters when they are defeated. Now this one was suggested by Rafael Botez. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Rafael Botez 4238. Okay, let me break this challenge down for you all. It's not too hard. Basically, you can only use the next character in your party after the one you're using is defeated. For example, if this applies to my team right now, I can only switch to Goro when the Traveler faints, and then I can only switch to Noelle after Goro faints. Note that it has to be done in this order, and I can't switch straight to Noelle after the Traveler faints. I made it a bit more interesting and decided that characters that faint can never be used again for the duration of this challenge, unless it is a required scene like a Traveler only scene. It's basically a conveyor belt, and I'm allowed to remove dead members and add new members out of combat. Basically Nuzlocke rules. The punishment threshold is if my whole party is defeated or if I run out of characters to use. So for now, we need to formulate a team. So firstly, we need Aether. That's a given. Next, we want a character that can shoot stuff. And it is very important that they're early on in the party, so I don't have to kill multiple characters. So for this, we are using Amber. Next, since we're in Inazuma, Electro is important, but by the time Act 1 finishes, which is when this challenge ends, we probably won't need an Electro character, so we'll be using Kaya. Lastly, we can honestly just fill this with whatever, so level 1 Sethos. Alright, and that is our team. No, I'm just kidding. Incho! Take all of the information, shove it up the top of your head, and now you can get rid of it, because we're not doing that. We're just going to randomize characters, because frankly, this is way too easy. Fair enough, Sethos it is. Candace, alright. Sumeru crew, it looks like. Kole. You know what? I'll take it. That's fine. That is the team. We have a Hyper Bloom team, but we can't use Hyper Bloom. So first we had to get to the Alcor. We then talked to Beidou and Kazuha and agreed to fight in their tournament in exchange to get to Inazuma. I don't know, new mail survey. Ooh, ooh, okay, yes please. Do you have any suggestions or thoughts regarding Genshin Impact that you would like to share with us? Chicken butt. We then fought this guy who we beat in about 7 seconds. And then we fought this guy and we didn't take damage from him either, so these were really easy fights. We then showcased our elemental abilities to Kazuha by using normal attacks only. Okay, but to be fair, we did have a Wind Blade, which did help a lot. But now it was time for the final battle. And the guy was a fucking coward, he ran off. So then we had to fight his group of lackeys, and unfortunately we lost the Traveler. So, we were on to Sethos. It was Sethos' time to shine. With his crazy 38 damage. Ah yeah, he died as well. So then it was time for Candace, and honestly she wasn't even that bad. She did quite a bit more than Sethos. But we finally beat these treasure hoarders, so I needed to roll 2 new characters for my new party. Xingqiu, okay. Amber, nice, okay. So we then went to go fight Faye the Flyer, and my whole game plan for this fight was to try to freeze him, because believe it or not, even though she doesn't have a claymore, Candace is one of the few characters that can proc Shatter. I've mentioned this before, but Candace's second normal attack is a shield bash, which counts as a blunt attack, so it basically functions the same as a claymore attack. Anyways, we got very low this fight, but we managed to finish him off and just barely survive.
A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors...
That should be it complete. Here we go. Prologue completed. What the... Yeah, for some reason the arena reset and this Ruin Hunter spawned, so... Alright, well, I guess we have to roll again. Heizo is the next challenger. So we went to talk to Catherine, and that put us on Act 1 of Inazuma. It is time to roll. There's still a lot of challenges here. Please say we're getting something good. Characters must be full to fight. Okay. This challenge was suggested by Jake is 4A. I'm guessing that's how you say it. Basically, you have to eat food until your character is full, otherwise you can't fight. I'm gonna have to go cook a lot of food. However, there's an exception to this, and that is if you're in a domain where you cannot eat, then it is perfectly fine to fight without using food. Therefore, event content, trial runs, Spiral Abyss, and Imaginarium are all completely fine to do. There are a few extra rules, but I'll actually talk about them when we get to the actual fights. So we went ahead and did some trial runs for some free primos, and also to level Heizo and Fischl up to level 40. And so we had enough primos for another pull. That's f***ing crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Thank you, game. We went to go cook a lot of radish veggie soup, and then we were off. But to be honest, Inazuma Act 1 isn't all that exciting. You talk to Toma for a bit, and then you gaslight this guy with some plants, and then you stalk this guy who's been stealing Grandma's life support money. What happens if I go past? Hello, I'm leaving Rito, goodbye. Alright, let's go. We're going to the next island. But it's fine because we met this nice old man who decided to help us leave the island for the fair price of 300 Qingxin. Wait, 300? Fuck! That's fine, we found another way out, but that just meant that there was a bit of fighting involved. But luckily for us, we're a natural at fighting. So this is going to be no problem at all. So we filled up Kole and went straight to battle. And since we can't use any other characters to fight, we only need to fill up Kole. Now let's talk about what actually counts as in combat. As you can see, we are in combat right now, but when do we need to eat? We only need to eat at the start of combat. So even if our hunger bar decreases throughout the fight, we don't need to eat until we're out of combat. Now, out of combat is very interesting because what is considered out of combat? For the purpose of this challenge, once you stop hearing the combat music, that means you're out of combat. And so as long as you activate combat within a certain period of time after you've exited combat, you don't need to fill up again. As you can hear here, it is not the start of a new combat music sequence, it is the continuation of the last one. So technically we are still in combat, so there is no need to fill up. Anyways, we made it to the end with Kole almost dying, but we managed to kill them off. Toma then took us for a tour around the city, and then we tried to make our way to Kamisato Estate without attracting any mob attention, which we managed to do. We then went to go talk to a wall, who then told us to talk to 3 people with Alzheimer's, and then the traveler was gobsmacked by the wall. Will you marry me? She nodded. She said yes. Anyways, we went to go talk to Yoimiya, and then we busted this dude out of prison. Oh yeah, I killed Kole on purpose, by the way, because she was on 100 health. So we gave Xingqiu a buffet and fought our way through the police station. Now, I didn't think about it before, but Xingqiu was really great here. I have him on prototype Rancor, so he does a lot of self damage, but his elemental skill also blocks damage and heals at the end. So not only am I doing a lot of damage, but I have tons of survivability. This room also shoots electro arrows, which also hits enemies, so if I proc my E, then they can get electrocharged and it does a lot more damage, clearing the room faster than normal. The only thing that really sucked about this place was that I had to keep eating food because I kept on going in and out of combat, but apart from that, there was no problem at all. Xingqiu basically cleared this domain really easily and we were never at any point close to dying. So we made it out, reported back to our wife, and that was Act 1 complete. We then got Hazel from our free pool and immediately started our honeymoon with Ayaka. Now if you remember from the first video, Ayaka and Yoimiya's story quest will be considered as an Archon Quest for the purpose of this challenge, due to them combined being very similar in length. Okay, every time you skill or burst, you must say one of Xiangling's voice lines. This challenge was suggested by Pikotaro. Now this challenge is what is considered a fun challenge, and since it is the first time we've gotten one of these, let me explain what they are. Fun challenges are challenges that only last for one Archon Quest. However, they are an additional challenge and are not really worth anything, nor is there any punishment involved in failing it. However, if I wish to, I can choose to set a small punishment if I fail to meet the criteria. Since they are an additional challenge, this does not make up for the 2 challenges per Archon Quest, and therefore I need to roll again. What this means is that for Ayaka and Yoimiya's story quests, there will be 3 challenges active, and therefore the next actual challenge is... no walking. Okay, who the fuck suggested this one? Okay, Beckett Sheeran 596. Thank you for the very annoying challenge. I am going to have a lot of pain in these next 2 Archon quests. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. It's just no walking, no running. But it's not too bad. For example, you're allowed to glide, you're allowed to swim, you're allowed to climb. Just any movement where you are walking or running is not allowed. So that means alternate sprints and other movement that doesn't involve walking can be done. And now since this one is very easy to screw up, the punishment threshold for this one is 10 counts of walking. Alright, now let's go look at some Xiangling voice line. Gorba, get them, nice and spicy, out of the frying pan, into the fire. Hey, your toast, eat this. Is that it? Are those the only voice lines? I feel like I should say skill voice lines for the skills and burst voice lines for the bursts. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I didn't know how to do the jump cancel. I had to search it up. Thank you, Mr. Feet. Yeah, Ayaka's quest involved a lot of talking and walking, so this was very useful. But here came our first fight, and luckily we had Ayaka on our team. Not only are trial characters extremely buffed and strong, but Ayaka is special because she can do this. Ayaka has an alternate sprint, which means that she doesn't really run. We then went to go cook a pizza, but of course we didn't have the ingredients, so we went back to Mondstadt to get the missing ones. We continued our honeymoon, which involved looking at a rock and then ditching her for Yoimiya. Okay, but there is a good reason why we started Yoimiya's quest first. You see, on the way to the island, there are usually enemies right here. But because we started Yoimiya's quest, it removes those enemies, and therefore we can go straight to the island without encountering them. So that means there is no need to fight, and therefore no need to consume any more food that we have to. I can just walk in and I'm going like, yeah. I'm coming, don't worry.
Congratulations are in order.
Oh, thank you. She's only been my wife for a day, but we're really enjoying this fest.
I will always be here for you as your...
No, not again. We've been dogged by Ayaka twice now. Oh, guess I'm divorced now. To cope with our heartbreak, we went solo into the Spiral Abyss, and yes, these are jumps. I have slowed it down for you. They're not walks, they are jumps. You can see I have not moved in any direction, and when I do lift off, it is a jump. I'm not walking, I'm not running, I'm landing on 2 feet, as you can see here, and then there is no movement after that. So it is not walking, not sprinting, it counts. And before you say, oh, is he left on 1 leg? No, he normally jumps on 1 leg, as you can see here. So it is a jump. Okay, it is what it is. Let's leave it at that. Alright, all I'm gonna say for this section is enjoy. Gorba, get them! Nice and spicy. Your toast! Nice and spicy. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Eat this! Yeah, there's about like 15 minutes worth of me just shouting Xiangling voice lines. I'm not gonna show them all, but you can kind of tell that about halfway my brain started dying. Nice and spicy. Nice and spicy. Nice and spicy. Nice and spicy. Nice to meet you. My name is Charling. I'm a chef from Liga. My favorite place is the chicken. I mean, the kitchen. I practice so hard, but I still get nervous when introducing myself. Huh. But thanks to the Spirobus, we had some primos, and it's a 5-star. Please. Who's it gonna be? Mona's good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with my choice. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about Mona is that it counters this challenge, so yeah, that's about it. The first half of Yoimiya's quest is also just talking and chores with the elderly, so it's not that interesting. But then we get into a couple of fights, and for this one we're using Yoimiya. You're toast. One thing I've learned is that Yoimiya has a very bad recovery, so it's very easy to get stun locked like this. For the next fight, the exact same thing happened before a lot longer. Can I move please? Can I move please? Can I move please? That stun lock is crazy. After that we watched the fireworks together, and that was the end of Yoimiya's story quest. So it was the start of Act 2, and that meant we had to roll a new challenge. Only characters that feature my favorite color. This challenge was suggested by Power Spirit 50, and basically I can only use characters that have my favorite color on them. So my favorite color is red, so I can only use characters that have the color red on them. This guy does not have red on him, you have to disappear. Charling does have red, I can use her. Mona does have red, so I can use Mona. Now, who else is red? Firstly, Amber, that's a very big one. And I could use Noelle, she has a lot of red everywhere. It's a bit of a pinky red, but that's still fine. Or I could use Hazo. I guess Noah has a bit more red, so we're gonna go with Noelle. Yeah, I feel like Mona's very blue, but she also has a lot of red, so I think that's fair. Act 2 immediately starts off with a fight against the Raiden Shogun. However, okay, now there is a trick to this fight, and the trick is you only put one member in your team, so goodbye to everyone except for Mona. I need to remove her artifacts. So now she has 2,000 health. It's impossible to lose this battle, so all I need to do is that. And now I just stand still. And that's the fight over. Perfect.
Next time, I will strike twice.
You did strike twice, actually. And now we're adventure rank 33. So we made our way to Tarasuna on a Wave Rider, and also using Mona's dash. But once we got there, we saved Tepe from a bunch of soldiers, and then we made our way over to the main resistance camp where we met Goro. Alright, thankfully we have Amber in our party. If we didn't have Amber, I wouldn't know what to do. What the f***? Excuse me? Hold on a second, let me look at the f***ing replay. I watched the video about 10 times until I got it, but there was this one little spark that just happened to blow up right before I hit the 20th one. What the f***? No, wrong. Fuck you, Lightning Strike! Ugh. But this fight was easy because I had 2 power members in my team and it was raining, so look how easy that was. So then we went to go fight Kujo-Sara's army, but no offense bro, but you look weak as f***.
Against a powerful opponent.
We had a little talk with the cock, and that was Act 2 over. It was a very short act. So we immediately started Act 3 and rolled a new challenge. Come on. Cannot say words with the letter E. This one is a fun challenge, so this one doesn't count. So we're gonna have to roll again. For those of you wondering, this one was actually added in by me and I didn't want to get it, so tough luck. But because it was mine, I added in an extra punishment, and if I said the letter E 5 times, then that's one welcome. So you're welcome. Come on, don't get, oh my you can't be f***ing serious. What is this? Not 2, we have 2 fun challenges. Roleplay as Paimon / Gorba. I have to roleplay as Paimon and I can't say the letter E. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I cannot speak that language. So I'm just gonna put your name really big on that screen there. But that means we have to roll another challenge again. Cannot use the region's element. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I have any electro characters that I've read anyways, so. Alright, so this one was suggested by Dinaria1 and Kyber Corp 13. Basically, I just can't use the region's element, so I can't use electro here. So I think we should be still good. I'm on going to Watatsumi Island. I'm on says obtain waypoint. Paimon thinks hard to talk. This is editing me. I'm sure you all are a bit disappointed that I'm not speaking in a high-pitched voice, but I had a cough and I still have a cough, so it was almost impossible for me to do so. I tried, trust me. So the best I could do was basically just speak in third person the entire time. But it's still pretty entertaining, so here you go. Paimon now going to camp. Paimon obtain radish. Paimon obtain carrot. Paimon rob locals. Paimon forgot to start clock. Paimon go to Sangonomiya building. Paimon first obtain waypoint. Paimon will not fail. Paimon now command swordfish too. Paimon not looking at Mona ass. Paimon now obtain big waypoint. Paimon now fight human bad guy. Oh, Mona faint. Big ouch. Paimon finally kill human bad guys. Paimon says hi.
That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the job now.
Guy. Paimon says, what f***? Paimon drown now. Paimon says, oh no. Paimon thinks cannot do, as no lightning is on list. So big ow! Yeah, without an electro character, it's literally impossible to progress here, so no punishment involved, that's just a can't do. Paimon go back to big waypoint to get fuck. Paimon says, oh no, Tomodachi. Paimon thinks looks old. Paimon is slightly annoyed at Onus Uno. Oh shit. Paimon said word. Paimon now fail 2 accounts. So 2 plus 1. Fuck. Paimon now fail. Okay, Paimon stuck. Paimon skip. Paimon now go to factory. Paimon, ouch. Paimon says, stop moving. Paimon sighs. Paimon die. Paimon says, that's 4. Paimon food now. Paimon scared. And that is 5, so someone is getting a welkin. But that welkin is only for those who watched the video until here. Because thanks to you all, I'm able to fund these welkins and give them out back to you. So the secret challenge is, since this video should be released on Christmas Day, I want you all to say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year in the challenge suggestion that you put down below. Also, since there are a ton of challenge suggestions already, and there are likely to be a lot of duplicates, you can also contribute by submitting a Q&A question instead of a challenge suggestion. Because at some point I do plan to do a Q&A. I will look back at these questions, so do submit them because you have a chance to win a welkin. It will be drawn completely randomly, so anyone has a chance. It's not based on my favorite. And you know what? Since it is Christmas, let me chuck a couple more in there. Instead of 1 winner, there'll be 3 winners. So good luck, Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Paimon says, this so long. Paimon faints. Paimon losing my mind. Paimon wish. Paimon got official. Paimon has mail. Paimon says, what? Fuck. Paimon says, what a workout.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox.
Paimon says,
In your dreams.
Paimon said, Paimon now going to drink building. Paimon going to drink building. Paimon says, bruh.
Stop! I have...
Paimon says, what? Paimon says, huh?
Stop! I have...
Paimon says, bruh. Paimon now go find chilies for Xiangling. I couldn't explain it in game because there's so many words with E, but I was farming slime condensate. And I didn't know how to say that, so I just didn't say it. Actually, for the next half an hour-ish, I kind of just farmed because I was a bit scared of the Signora fight, so I wanted to level up my characters enough so they wouldn't get wiped. Paimon thinks red fruit a lot. Finish. Paimon, kill. Ugh. Paimon says, finally. Paimon wants 2 drops. Paimon angry. Paimon is upset. Paimon happy. Paimon is now at drink building and will talk to Kamisato Ayaka. Paimon says AR-34 cannot fight with Ujosara as this lightning is not okay for Act 3. So only top 4 humans can fight. Paimon says finish. Paimon says a bit afraid of Signora fight. Most hard and annoying fight in other vid. It is rough. It is rough. Hot and cold is not fun. I was so deep in concentration for this fight, I didn't even speak that much as Paimon, so let me commentate here for you. The start of this fight was pretty easy, I didn't lose too much health, all I needed to do was stay near these things just to lose that ice bar. Signora doesn't attack too fast and isn't as annoying as the second phase, so it's not too bad, and I had a lot of pyro to counter everything. Paimon says, part 2 is annoying as f***. Oh no. Signora is hot. Haha. Ouch! The second part is a bit more annoying. She starts leaving her shit stains across the floor everywhere, but you can clean them up by hitting those water things in the corners. Also, I don't have a lot of non-pyro in our team. I've only got Mona and Noelle, so the damage we're doing to her is significantly less, because she has 70% pyro resistance, whereas every other element is only 10%. Now the annoying part is when she does this, she turns into this big flying tornado and she starts spewing projectile diarrhea everywhere, which isn't the most fun experience. Paimon is almost finished. Paimon is almost finished. Paimon is finished. Paimon is finished. Paimon says Signora is slain. Paimon says, ah! Paimon has a cough. Paimon says, ah! Ah! Paimon's throat hurts. Paimon thinks that was a bad idea. Paimon says, oh shit. Paimon has hacks. Paimon has hacks. But what do I mean by hacks? Essentially, this is the exact same thing as the first Raiden fight. All you need to do is just get hit. By getting hit, you fast forward into the second phase. It's much faster, and you instantly get healed back to full health anyways. Now for the rest of this fight, it's literally impossible to die, so basically, Paimon has hacks. Paimon has hacks. Paimon has hacks. Paimon wins. So basically, after the fight, Paimon finish! Paimon finish! Paimon says 4-star. Paimon angry! Finally, I can say whatever I want. Get these fucking challenges out of here. Oh my god. Okay, let's fucking pull another challenge as soon as possible. Get me out! Alright, here it is. Alright, only animal constellations. I can work with that. This one was suggested by Banana. Basically, I can only use characters with animal constellations, and what that means is Amber, Heizo, Kaya, Vishal, Collei, and Goro. Oh, and Lynette. I'm pretty sure those are the only 6. So, unfortunately, our team is going to be a bit weak, but I think the most optimal team is Amber, Heizo, Kaya, Vishal. I think this is the best team for now. So we went to do some farming, and as you may have noticed, I'm using Collei here instead of Heizo, and that's because we're in Mondstadt, so we cannot use any Animo characters. But after another half an hour of farming and getting to the Chasm, we finally arrived and we're ready to start the Dainsleif quest. That's crazy. We don't have to do the Bedrock quest, we can just teleport straight in. The Dainsleif quest was simple enough. These enemies aren't even that hard. They have very slow attack patterns and they do a very weird thrust, which makes it very easy to dodge. There were another 2 here, but same thing, and then another 3 a bit later on. Okay, but why is the teleport waypoint like that, upside down, and then the Sealy thing isn't? Am I stupid or did I miss something? It's the Piss Flower! The next fight was against an Abyss Herald, but this fight wasn't all too bad, because as it's a Hydro Abyss Herald, Collei being Dendro breaks the shield extremely fast, and the same thing with Vishal and Amber. Even Kaya breaks the shield. Every single one of my party members works against Hydro. What's even funnier is that this guy got taunted by Baron Bunny and did a triple dash all the way down here. And when Baron Bunny exploded, he got stuck. He couldn't get back up. He was literally just walking there. And what a Sigma. And after Halfdan's noble sacrifice, we were now pitted up against an Electro Abyss Lector. But again, we had characters that countered the shield. But after that, we had to fight 4 sets of Abyss Mages. But these were a walk in the park, as we had characters that countered every type of elemental shield. Pyro Abyss Mages were countered by Kaya and Fischl, Cryo Abyss Mages were countered by Amber and Fischl, Electro Abyss Mages were countered by Kole, Kaya and Amber, and Hydro Abyss Mages were countered by all 4 of our members. So these fights were nothing to worry about. But after sending off Halfdan and saying goodbye to Dainsleif, we had finished Act 4. And we were basically already Avenger rank 35, which meant after a couple of ley lines, we could start the Sumeru Archon Quest. It's time for a roll. Here is the wheel again, for Sumeru. Act 1, what are we getting? Oh, what the hell is this? Just a quick ending to this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for the cliffhanger, I had to do it again. Merry Christmas, and if you don't celebrate that, then also have a Happy New Year. I'll see you all again in the next video. Hopefully the break isn't as long as last time, but thank you again, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all later.